Harambee! Neno hili si hivyo.
Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. Yesterday, ODM party confirmed Oburu Odinga officially as the new party leader after the death of Raila Odinga.
I, Dr. Oburu Odinga, swear by the Almighty God that I will at all times uphold the values and principles of the Orange Democratic Movement Party Constitution, the Constitution of Kenya, the rule of law, and the administration of justice, that without fear or favor and truly discharge my duties as party leader of the Orange Democratic Movement Party, so help me God.
And I paid very close attention to the speech by Oburu Odinga, the first speech after he was confirmed.
Asante sana for the honor you have conferred on me to take on this very, very heavy responsibility. I don't take your gesture for granted, because my brother was so dear to me. I lost him, and I still don't believe that I have lost my brother.
That speech was very powerful, and it was very strategic and was targeted. As a matter of fact, so far, Oburu Odinga has actually over-exceeded the expectations of ODM supporters since he took over in the acting capacity as the ODM party leader.
We must resolve to strengthen the only vehicle he left for us to move ahead, which is our party, ODM. Because if we leave ODM to sink, there will be nothing for us to move ahead. The death of Raila has made us to be more than ever resolved to be a party not only of this size, but to resolve to be a party much bigger and bigger and bigger. And we cannot allow ourselves to be kumezwa. Hatutakubali kumezwa.
Oburu Odinga made it very, very clear that the party will not merge with any other political party. The truth of the matter is that there has been talks that ODM party and UDA party were likely to merge. And the fact that Oburu Odinga issued that statement in his first speech after being elected, and just a few days before William Ruto was expected in Mombasa, because William Ruto is supposed to be the chief guest during the ODM Act 20 celebrations, means that Oburu Odinga wanted to achieve certain objectives with that particular statement.
We shall not agree kumezwa, because if you are strong, everybody wants to talk to you. But if you are weak, nobody wants to talk to you, because you are of no use to him politically. Politically, you are as good as your numbers. People ask you, what are you bringing on the table? What are you bringing on the table? If you are bringing nothing on the table, kaa kando. So you must bring something on the table, and the thing you have to bring in politics is numbers. So the death of Raila has given us the vision, first of all, to maintain the principles he stood for. There's principles he held dear, which was fighting for justice. Raila fought for justice and was completely fearless in his venture for justice.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want to reveal to you guys why Oburu Odinga said no to any merger plans. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to go straight to my first point. The first reason why Oburu Odinga is saying no is that they want to retain the identity of ODM party. As we speak, ODM party is the most popular party in the Republic of Kenya. Most of their supporters associate themselves with orange colors. Now, if, for example, ODM and UDA were to merge and form what they were trying to call ODM, what something, ODM party will definitely lose its identity. If ODM were to lose its identity, the party membership will lose hope in that party. Have you realized that since Mudavadi folded his ANC party and joined UDA, his party has been swallowed to an extent that Musalia Mudavadi has a candidate in Malava, but that candidate is featuring more as a UDA candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is ODM party is the only party currently with the structures from the polling stations up to the national level. So they don't need to lose their identity. They can only strengthen the party. So Oburu Odinga is very wise to refuse any temptation to merge the party. And number two, which I think is probably the most important, is that ODM party would want a situation where they control their strongholds. Raila Odinga passed on, but Raila Odinga left ODM party in government, which is granted. But he also left ODM with their strongholds. You can easily predict ODM strongholds. They can only lose them. But Nyanza is ODM stronghold, Coast is ODM stronghold, Northern Kenya is ODM stronghold. The Luhya Nation is ODM strongholds. Yeah? So for them to control those strongholds, they must not lose their identity. The truth is, with those strongholds, they can get the numbers. Or perceptionally, they have the numbers based on those strongholds. And with the numbers, they can use them now to negotiate with any party. For example, if you go for an election today and ODM is folded, after the election, how will they negotiate? So they can use those numbers to negotiate and, of course, also use those numbers to qualify for the political party's funds. The most important thing for any political party is the funding, whether they form the government or not. ODM party has remained strong because every year they've always qualified for political parties' funds. And through those political parties' funding, ODM party has been able to strengthen the party. For me, that's the most important thing. If they were to merge, they'll not be able to control their strongholds and therefore they lose that value. Number three, you see, we have ANC party which folded and joined UDA. As much as political parties are not really grounded ideologically, ODM as a movement has its ideology, which it stands for. William Ruto's party is kind of being run on a hustler, bottoms-up approach. But the leadership and the ideologies are different. If you take ODM party, for example, as much as they are conformist in it, but there are some individuals who are ideologically oriented. People like Professor Peter Nyang'-Nyong'o, people like James Orengo, you can add Sifuna there. There are those people, Wafula Buke, people who are stable ideologically. Professor Kongo Yugi, even Oduru Odinga, the executive director, they are stable ideologically. It will be very difficult for those people to work under a merged political party. It will be very, very difficult. That now, who is the UDA Secretary General? Hassan Omar. Hassan Omar is grounded ideologically. But certain individuals within that party cannot work with this group. That's something I can tell you for sure. And because of those ideological differences, ODM party cannot. Number 4, as we speak, ODM party is the biggest party in Kenya. That's the fact. UDA party had the numbers, even in parliament. But as we speak, Gachagua ameenda huku, na supporters, Ruto amebaki na some. ODM is now the prominent party. There's no way you can expect ODM party to merge with UDA. They can only swallow UDA party. Can Ruto agree to that? Or can UDA supporters agree to be swallowed by ODM party? They cannot. So which means the best strategy for ODM party is to strengthen itself, being the strongest party. And because they may not produce a presidential candidate for 2027, then if they are strong, they'll be able to get several seats and then start preparing for 2032 presidential elections. And of course, lastly, the intention behind the move by Oburu Odinga is purely to manage fallout within the party. Several camps have emerged, especially as far as broad-based government is concerned. There are those who believe that ODM as a political party should be part of government. There are those who believe that ODM as a party should be for the people. So they are right in the middle. Joining UDA would mean joining government as a political party. So if you say you are not doing that, it means you are not giving the camp opportunity for them to bolt out. The truth is, if today ODM party were to agree to merge with UDA, there are people who will bolt out of it. And that is exactly what Oburu Odinga's wisdom is all about. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.